So, Matthew Porter.
Matthew Porter, goodness me.
From Matt Porter Web Design. Why have you come in wearing gloves?
It's very...
Are these Gadget gloves?
Yes, these are special gloves. Interesting that we've had a cold snap. Good timing, I guess. These gloves are what's called Touchability gloves. People are obsessed with checking their mobile phones, their smartphones and the like, but most people will realise that when you put a normal set of gloves on, you can't use your smartphone. The reason behind this is because smartphone screens use a technology called capacitive touch, which basically means the screen is looking for an electrical charge, which we all generate on our bodies. So our fingers generate, they generate a small electrical charge, which is enough for a screen to pick up and detect that we're touching in a particular place. You can actually try this by holding something conductive, like a piece of wire in your hand, and then moving it around your screen, and you'll see you can control your screen from afar. But it's, anything basically that's conductive. So what they've done with these gloves, because gloves are effectively stopping the electric charge going onto the screen, they are made with a specific type of material. They're woven with silver. So this is another particular type, which is quite nice. Basically, there's a silver thread in there that's woven into it, which then makes them conductive. So then you can take your phone out of your pocket and use it outside with your gloves on. These particular ones are even better. They're called grip gloves. And what they have on them is a rubberized kind of, I don't know what you want to call that. It's like a dot.
It's like tread, isn't it? Almost?
Yeah, it's like a dot pattern.
Yep.
Because they're rubberized, it means that you've got, when you pick up your phone, it kind of makes it so it doesn't slip out your hand. Because if you're wearing gloves, obviously the design of gloves, being wool, will cause them to slip out of your hand. So holding them with these type of gloves will stop that happening. So these are called Touchability grip gloves.
And I'm using them right now, and they work.
With these, they've got like black tips to each of the fingers, which are the bits that are woven with the silver thread. The other set that I have the thread all the way through them. So they're about £9.95 for a pair.
And do they keep your hands warm?
They do indeed. I have been wearing the grey pair to and from work on my bike, and I found it very useful, especially the last few days when it's been pretty cold. It's good. It's very good indeed.
You haven't been using your phone on the bike, have you?
No. Interestingly enough, though, when you ride a bike, and someone like me that watches what's going on around me, I've seen an awful lot of people using their mobile phones on their bikes. I've seen people texting. They are riding along texting. There was a lady that nearly crashed into me the other day because she was texting and apologised when I rang my bell. The next day I saw her, she was on the phone while cycling. I've also seen many, many people cycling no-handed, texting on their phones. So, it's a bit dodgy, really. I think people should take greater care. But these gloves, great, keep you warm. You still use your phone, and of course with the grip on them, the chance of it slipping out your hand is reduced.
Perfect timing with the weather that we've had over the last 2 days.
Exactly. You can buy these gloves from a company called Touchscreen Gloves. Touchscreengloves.co.uk, that's where you can get them. Okay,
and more on Matt's gadgets that he reviews every week from thegadgetman.org.uk.
You spoke earlier on about SAD. I actually have a SAD light coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Great,
so you can try that out if you want.
I'd love it.
Okay.
I'd love it. Thank you very much.
All right.
thegadgetman.org.uk for much, much more.